Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Nimbulvinaka, Talofalawa, greetings to all attending this meeting, gathered here with us in cyberspace. Only a few decades ago, to entertain such a mode of meeting on a subject of such great importance would have been pipe dreaming. Yet here we are. Such is the power of human innovation and our ability to adapt in the face of necessity. Necessity comes to us these days in the form of 1 million animal and plant species on the verge of extinction, in the knowledge that the healthy ocean is caught in a spiral of decline, with our planet on course for over 3 degrees Celsius global warming before the end of this century, with commensurate escalation and devastation of natural disasters. Necessity means we're going to have to innovate and adapt in so many inspiring ways between now and 2050. And on that blue-green recovery road, from the findings of the high-level panel for a sustainable ocean economy to those of the OECD, from the World Economic Forum to the IEA, and many others more, we see affirmation of offshore renewable energy as a champion in the race to a carbon-neutral world by 2050. And if offshore renewable energy equates to sustainable national wealth, then the Pacific Islands are bountifully endowed with natural blessings of trade winds and tidal lagoons, and ocean currents, and steep ocean thermal gradients. A surge in offshore wind energy investment is already underway in many parts of the world. To safeguard our marine and coastal ecosystems, this surge must be closely twinned with comprehensive marine spatial planning. In the establishment of marine spatial plans within our EEZs, science and ecosystems must be given all due respect, with local authorities fully consulted, so that investors in offshore renewable energy have clear guidelines to work within. In so saying, I add my voice to those calling upon governments to now commit their nations to offshore renewable energy in order to make the smartest choice for the development of a sustainable ocean-based economy. You'll be aware of the work undertaken by the high-level panel for a sustainable ocean economy. Indeed, 2 of the 14 serving heads of government who constitute the panel are Pacific Islanders. One of the headline recommendations emerging from the panel's work is commitment to national development of sustainable ocean plans. And as a follow-on to that, Norway and others are providing the World Bank's Pro-Blue Fund with the wherewithal to, amongst other things, assist countries in the development of their sustainable ocean plans. As momentum increases around the world for a sustainable blue economy encompassing sustainable aquaculture, the greening of shipping and ports, renewable offshore energy, and twinning coastal tourism with marine protected areas, world attention turns to blue finance. Here again, planning assumes central importance, for before parting with their funds, the providers of finance wish to see evidence of national plans compliant with laws that are rooted in good science. Another key component of Pacific strategy for a healthy ocean is that of marine protected areas. You are no doubt all well versed in the reasons MPAs are vitally necessary, and hopefully you're all on board with the push for 30% protection by 2030 to be adopted at Kunming next year within the CBD's post-2020 biodiversity framework. SDG 14.5, the target to conserve at least 10% of coastal and marine areas by 2020, received a major setback when CAMLA, at its annual meeting last month, failed once more to approve the establishment of 3 giant Antarctic marine protected areas. The bad news was turned around to some extent this month by Tristan da Cunha, declaring that almost 700,000 square kilometers of its waters will become a marine protected area, the 4th largest sanctuary in the world and the largest completely protected area in the Atlantic. The Pacific should take a good look at the Tristan da Cunha example, for it is based on solid partnerships that have been negotiated with great care. If partnerships are endowed with a spirit of trust and long-term cooperation when marine protected areas are being planned and implemented, they are thereby placed on a firmer footing of finance and governance and resilience for the ecosystems and coastal communities involved. Ladies and gentlemen, when we consider UNCLOS and all it has meant for those of us endowed with large exclusive economic zones, we should always be cognizant of the articles of UNCLOS relating to the protection and preservation of the marine environment. Article 193 confirms the sovereign right of states to exploit their natural resources, but affirms this must be pursuant to their environmental policies and in accordance with their duty to protect and preserve the marine environment. I look forward to further enhancement of the framework for nature conservation and protected areas in the Pacific Islands region emanating from this conference. May it provide further demonstration of the determination by Pacific Island countries to be at the forefront of protecting and preserving the marine environment of this planet. Thank you for your attention to my words. Whawhetai, rawaleu.